What up, YouTube? When in doubt, look intelligent. It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday night. Just got live.
Gotta tell you, Carl, I was a little worried there. I thought maybe you forgot the name of the show with that awkward pause during the intro.
A dramatic pause.
Restalgia, did you catch it? I caught it.
I did just a little bit.
I was like, say it. Super Game Room Dudes. Say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
Say it. Here it comes.
Oh, man. We are here. We are live. It is Friday night. You guys are lucky to be in the Friday Funhouse. Call your friend's hot mom and tell her we're live. We're super excited to be here to talk about another week in gaming. And there's a number of fun things we're going to talk about tonight, Mike, including who would have thought, Mike, that as of today, Friday, when Monday happened, did we really think that we would be talking about Judgment Day this week?
I did. I've been knowing that we were going to talk about Judgment Day this week for the last 6 months.
Like, where did that come from, Mike? It came out of the blue. What am I talking about?
Yeah, that new Terminator 2 game coming to us from Bitmap Bureau. Really, really exciting, really interesting. So I'm a big T2 guy, so excited to check this one out.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. And what else? We're going to talk a little bit about Arcade1Up. We're going to talk a little bit about, as always, AtGames seems to be dominating the newscape when it comes to arcades. They're like one of the companies that is actually doing things more frequently than the others, right? So, I mean, that's what happens when you're primarily just releasing software, you know what I mean? So there's lots of games to talk about. Firmware update. Watching wrestling tomorrow. Which one's tomorrow? Is it the Elimination Chamber?
The Chamber d'Elimination in Toronto, Ontario. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably, we'll see.
I'll be there.
Are you actually going?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
We'll see. My son and his girlfriend are coming, so I don't know what we're going to do as a family, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully the ladies will let me and my kid watch the Chamber. If not, I'll catch it on replay. That's why it's on these streaming services. Carl, how's it feel without the Detroit Lions playing every weekend? What have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
You know, this is that awkward period between football and outdoors stuff. So, I've just been making videos. That's all I can do in the cold. So
he's been cranking it out. Have you guys seen how many videos Carl's been putting out? It's been great.
Yeah, good for him.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, Mike.
That's really rude, man.
How?
He's your partner, your co-host, your colleague.
I like his thumbnails. Carl's been killing it with the thumbnails.
Oh my gosh, the passive aggressiveness coming out of Mike today. Holy smokes.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah. And look at how clean and clear Restalgia looks. Restalgia, what are you using for your camera?
He's using a phone.
I'm using a cell phone. Seriously.
I should plug my phone in because this camera sucks.
No,
yeah, he can not only tell you how to do it, he might even be able to sell you a phone from the Walmart kiosk where he previously worked.
It'll be 10 years old, but it'll still work.
Yeah. We're going to say hi to who's here in the live chat. Start getting your shout outs in now if you guys want to get your shout outs. Also, we're going to talk about Evercade, something we missed from Evercade last week. We promised we'd carry that conversation over until this week. And all that kinds of stuff. Oh, how's the puppy doing? So yeah, my dog, unfortunately, guys, my dog went through another spell this week where he's only 8 years old, Mike. And what's funny is my 13-year-old pit bull, who I had problems with a couple years ago, she's like completely stable right now. You know what I mean? Like I figured I'd have all these problems with my pit bull Bella because she's 13, getting near the end of her time. But now my 8-year-old Husky German Shepherd mix has been having problems. I had to take him to the urgent care hospital back in December, you guys remember, and stuff. And whatchamacallit, and they diagnosed him with arthritis and stuff. And, but they tested him for everything. We thought he had valley fever for a while, stuff like that. Thought he had cancer, tested him for everything. And then you find out he has arthritis, which isn't too horrible. But check this out, Mike. This week, my poor dog couldn't even stand up on his own. He couldn't stand up, and he couldn't get up. He couldn't walk, and screaming, crying in pain. Right. So, take him to the doc. They do more X-rays, and they find out that not only does he have arthritis in his spine, but he's also got that hip dysplasia starting, which happens to a lot of dogs. And I'm like, well, what do we do, doc? But luckily, modern medicine, he's going to get injections every month that'll take away most of his pain and keep him functioning. Plus some more medications. He'll still be taking like anti-inflammatories, as well as like these nerve pills that prevent nerve pain, like chronic pain. And I feel bad for him, but he's going to be on all this medicine every day now until he's done. But it just sucks when that happens to dogs, man. Your dogs got hip problems, guys, if you're taking your dog for a walk and you notice that like in their back legs, like they're carrying a leg, or if they have one leg looks skinnier than the other, because if they're carrying a leg and not using both legs, the muscle starts to deteriorate, because it's not being used, right? And that's one thing we noticed about him, was that his one rear leg was getting skinnier than the other. And that's because he wasn't walking on it because of all the pain and stuff. And it's like, I wish we had gotten him in sooner, but the last couple of months have been crazy. And, it is what it is. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully we'll have him around for a while, but.
Yeah, it seems like you're taking good care of him, and the doctors are doing good stuff too. They can rebuild him. They have the technology.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, he ends up in one of those doggy chairs because the front legs are fine. You know what I'm talking about? Where he'll be like Professor X of Huskies. So, but yeah, I want to put him down unless he was really suffering. So, but yeah, man, take care of your pups, dude. Take care of your kids. A lot of people screaming, crying on the internet about what video other people made, and here I am dealing with real world shit.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Here we go. Another 20 minutes sand in the vag segment.
Let's do it.
Wait, no, we can't start the show with sand in the vag. Are you?
We have to.
Are you nuts? No, we can't do that. All right, guys.
Hold on.
Before took your first shot.
Well, you already did. And to be fair, just so everybody knows, P-Dubs has made an agreement with us that for every one super chat we get during this segment, he will extend his ranting for an additional 5 minutes. So let's bring on those super chats so we can really talk about this stuff.
That is not true, but let's talk about this week's Sand in the Vag.
You made an intro. That's so awesome.
We got it. We got it. So 2 weeks ago, we called out the Rexer Show and Kev Gret for lying to their audiences, lying about our free MetaQuests. Mike B and I have produced receipts. We've put them on social media. We've said, guys, we are not part of some MetaQuest conspiracy. Restalgia is, but not us.
I'm only like 50%.
And also, we called out Kev Gret for lying to his audience about the reason why his channel's not monetizing. You know what happened, Mike? Last week or this week, they had a chance to address the lies as well as apologize to us. They owe us an apology for once again lying and spreading false information. They didn't do it, Mike. They just pivoted to the next topic. And like I told you guys last week, when people make videos, and if we make a bunch of videos saying something is bad, well, because they can't do that now, they just complain about people making videos. So we as a community came out for G.I. Joel saying, hey, Arcade1Up, we think they copied his riser, and we're kind of like not cool with that. And instead of getting on the bandwagon with everybody else and supporting the community, they just complained about the fact videos were made, Mike. So if we give negative press, the only response from them is, oh, they made videos. Oh, they made videos. How dare they make videos? How dare YouTubers make YouTube videos? So once again, Mike, no apologies made for the lies. And then they went back to lying again this week, Mike. They went back to lying again. And guess what they lied about this week?
I have no idea this time.
This week, they went and they lied and said that we never support Glenn. We never supported Glenn through Trongate or any of Glenn's issues with Arcade1Up. Now, how many of you guys, Super Game Room Dudes fans, have been on our broadcast, have heard us defend Glenn time and time and time again? We've even had him on the show to let him tell his story. Yet, that's not supporting Glenn. That's not defending Glenn.
If you ask Glenn, he will tell you he has a video of mine saved where I backed him up because Arcade1Up stole his Facebook page. So, I mean, that's a pretty dumb comment to make. And I mean, this is a lot of this stuff's going around because there's this dark Illuminati of just really sad, miserable people that have their own group chat, and they're mad at Arcades Anonymous now, and they're like, oh, G.I. Joe, blah.
Well,
isn't it interesting that the person who's claiming that we're not supporting Glenn and that we're terrible friends or not friends at all feels the need to speak on behalf of Glenn?
Yep.
Don't you think somebody like Glenn, who is well known within the community, who is really good guy, who is fully capable of speaking for himself, goes on live streams all the time, has his own show, don't you think he'd be able to come out and say something to any one of us, whether privately or publicly, if we were doing something inappropriate or rude?
Yep.
I don't know. So, Glenn, you're here. You can.
Well,
answer
the point is, for 2 years, we took the high road. We let these guys get away with just making up lie after lie after lie. Starting last week, we exposed the lies on their show. We're exposing the lies again. They claim that we've never defended Glenn or anything. Guys, do you remember when the Glenn news broke? Who was the first YouTuber to make a video supporting Glenn when he had his Arcade1Up drama 2 years ago? Oh, it was P-Dubs on my channel. I made a video. Do you guys remember this thumbnail? The worst thumbnail I've ever made. Did Arcade1Up slap Glenn? 2 years ago. And this video got 9,000 views in 2 days. And unlike their friends, their fake fraud friends on YouTube, I don't pay for shit. I don't fake my channel. 9,000 real human beings clicked on this video of me defending Glenn, standing up for Glenn with what happened with the Arcade1Up situations. And the only reason you'll notice here, it's got this little lock on it. That means the video is now private, which means you guys can't find it on my channel. It was taken down. The only reason why the video was taken down after 2 days is because Glenn made a video 2 days after announcing the incident with Arcade1Up, saying that he just wants to move on. He wants the community to heal. He doesn't want the community to focus on that BS. He just wanted to get back to gaming. And I even put up a community post saying, I took down my video because Glenn wants to move on. He doesn't want this stuff out there. But guys, we're a bunch of fucking liars. We're a bunch of liars who, don't support Glenn. And the problem is, guys, is we're not the ones lying every week when we make these broadcasts. Are we, boys? Are we?
Maybe you three are, but certainly not me.
Well, I'd support Glenn the way he likes me to support him, by putting money in his pockets.
Yes, yeah, because the video,
we'll buy the products that we enjoy and want to use. He makes fantastic products. I watch Glenn's channel all the time, so I support him that way. And Glenn, if you can get your buddy 3D Trekker to get that pole position riser out on the market, I'll be supporting your friends as well. But no, Glenn's a great guy. Met him in Cleveland, had a great time with him. Wish we could spend some more time with him, but
personally, I'm not a big fan of Glenn. I don't really like him, and I'll support him if I want to.
Yeah, because Meatball, the video was only up for 2 days, and we took it down because Glenn wanted to move on. And not just me, other people that made videos took down their videos as well to support.
But at the same fucking time, let's be fair here. Honestly, why do we have to support Glenn? I love Glenn. The stuff I've got from Glenn outside of his Tron stick, which I didn't like, I've given honest reviews from. These are awesome products. But, nothing against Glenn, but why do we have to support him? Why is there this community thing that you have to stand with Glenn? I mean, here's the thing. It's fine if you want to, but you're not fucking obligated to support anybody. Everybody's free to have their own decisions. So I don't fucking understand why all of a sudden this dickhead gets up on his soapbox. He's like, they don't support Glenn. Big fucking deal. There's lots of people that don't support people. Grow up, you tool.
Correct.
And he
The
said
point-
tool, not a tool.
Correct is every week these guys are scraping the bottom of the barrel trying to find this week's gotcha moment, even messaging other content creators and begging them to DM other content creators to try and get them to say stuff that they can use against them in videos and in their live streams. That's how desperate the search for drama content continues, guys. But you know what's funny is we're going to end this with a laugh because the whole thing's become a fucking joke. I mean, we might have to cancel Sand in the Vag after 2 episodes. I literally, I could do this all day to those 2 clowns and point out what
It's not worth it.
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait a second. They're reaching out to other content creators trying to entrap them. Don't they have like
no.
family to take care
They're
of?
reaching out to content creators and asking them to DM content creators they don't like and get them to talk shit and say things. That way they can get screenshots and send it to them and use it against them. And it's like high school girl bullshit again. It's like the tantrum 2 weeks ago that this guy literally, Rex, I had a lot of respect for you once, man. But when you get on the internet, I have no problem with you criticizing companies. Absolutely do that. But your entire channels are based on us. Without us, you have nothing. And without us in your thumbnails, without us in your titles, nobody clicks on your videos. They're not tuning in for you. They're tuning in for us. When are you going to get that through your fucking skull? There's nothing interesting or exciting about you. And what's even more funny is the tantrum 2 weeks ago where you went off the deep end telling Brooklyn Menace that we're using him. Guys. We're using Brooklyn Menace when we've done nothing but support him for years. This isn't a new thing. But he's mad that we're friends with somebody he's friends with, and he doesn't want us to be friends with them. So he's going on the internet like a high school girl trying to start that stuff.
Can I just understand what is the exact reason he says that anyone is using Brooklyn Menace? Like what is he saying you guys are using him for?
He's mad because Christmas time. No, I'm giving you the exact reason.
Okay, cool. Okay.
He's mad because Christmas time I got Quest 3 and I was like, hey, this is really cool. And then I was telling P-Dubs about it. I just got the Quest 3. And then P-Dubs was like, I should finally open mine. And we started having fun with it. So his problem is people had fun and then expressed the fun they were having. And he doesn't like fun.
What does that have to do with Brooklyn Menace?
Restalgia, stop stirring the pot. The point is
no, I want to know.
If you notice, guys, again, there's 2 ways to do drama. If everyone's excited and happy about something, you have to shit on it and ruin it for everybody. Same thing happens when we go to Cleveland, when we go to Chicago. The never-ending DMs and Discord messages from him determined to ruin our experience at Chicago Pinball Expo, saying that we were only going to the expo to make videos for YouTube, that we don't really care about pinball, that it was all a YouTube scheme, that we all went to Chicago Pinball Expo and we should just go to these conventions to have fun and not use these conventions for YouTube content. Then proceeded 2 months later to go to CES himself, with the only reason he went was to make YouTube content, went to a convention, filmed 5 or 6 videos on his channel, but you know, it's do as I say, not as I do. Not as I do.
That's not the only reason he went.
But everybody knows.
Come on, give him credit. He also went to get told off by Fox. And
I heard he doesn't
and
support
shaky.
your military or something.
Yeah.
Some weird
Now,
stuff there.
luckily, a lot of people played this video, but luckily we were able to crank up the audio using sophisticated AI tools, and we actually can hear the conversation had between 19K Fox and the Rexer Show at CES. Let's check it out.
Okay, listen, 19K Fox, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you can hear me.
Lookin', bud. Listen. You listen to me, Rexer.
Well, I don't really know what you're talking about. What post are you talking about? I never said those negative things about you. I never did.
Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? You said those things about me. You said those things about my family. You said those things about my military background. What the hell is wrong with you, Rexer?
Oh, I would never do that. I would...
Oh, Rexer, yes, you did. Oh, you did do that. You specifically did that. I'm going to show you in the video exactly what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
And last but not least, there's a couple of people who, you know, some people love to for some reason to try to impress Rex, and the reason why is they treat Rex the way they treated Zohar from a couple years ago. There were a lot of people who pretended to be Zohar's friend because they were worried that he would make videos about them, right? So there's a number of content creators in Rex's chats sucking up to Rex, and the only reason why they're doing it is because they don't want Rex to take his eyes off us and start making content about them. And in fact, we got an exclusive behind the scenes clip here of the last time a YouTube content creator jumped on Rex's bandwagon and said some nasty stuff about us. This is terrible. And then he went back to Rex to get his congratulations. Let's check this out.
Did you see that? Did you see me? Did you see what I see?
You so totally rock, Squirt!
Oh, all right. Well, Sand in the Vag only lasted 2 weeks, guys, but it was fun while it lasted because we could do this every time. I mean, guys, every
We're
time.
going to. And we are going to.
Every time we make content, they use us to make content. So we're going to just use them to make content. You know what I'm saying?
Mike,
Use who?
Mike, anybody know Halle Berry so she can use me?
All right.
Hey, big news. A couple pieces of information for us young men out there that have been watching celebrities. Jessica Alba, now single. She's my hall pass. I'm looking forward to that. And Sydney Sweeney is broke up with her fiance. So back
Sydney
on the
Sweeney.
market. I know, right?
Sydney Sweeney. What
Yeah.
a doll.
Oh,
All right.
another one. Alicia Silverstone apparently had troubles getting dates on a dating website last night. And I don't know what's going on with Alicia Silverstone, but Alicia Silverstone, when I was like 16, oh, baby, that's all MB.
Yeah. Well, you're not 16 anymore, Mike, and neither is she.
I feel like I'm 16. Oh, no, I still like her.
She's got to be, is she pushing 50? She's older than us, right?
Yeah, I think she's a little bit older than us, but you know,
Yeah.
have you seen me? I'm not, I can't be choosy.
All right, let's burn through these super chats real quick. JW, $2, put some sand in that thing. Kevin Clausen, $2, heck yeah, sand in the you know what. Billy Woods Mods, more sand, more sand. Kevin Clausen again, $2. Mike is right. Live your lives. And that's the other thing too. Like, just make your videos. If you think a product is shit, make your videos saying that you think the product is shit and your reasons why. Why am I getting pulled into it? I have nothing to do with it.
No. Keep going.
$5. $5.
now.
Billy Woods Mods. I'd pay weekly to keep the sand in the V segment. Kevin Clausen, this is a great show. Keep it up.
Sand in the Badge is fine, but maybe we do it in the middle of the show. Talk a little bit of topic first, then get your stuff out.
No, right at
Last-
the very beginning.
Last week, our episode was an hour and 40 minutes because we, instead of it being an hour and 18 minutes, because we spent the first 25 minutes doing this. And look, we've done it again, guys. We've done it again. Now we're looking at another hour and a half, 40-minute episode. We're just going to have to not do this anymore because it's too easy. It's too easy to be a drama channel. It's low-hanging fruit. These guys think they're super smart, super creative, super geniuses.
Super
One of them owned a boat.
I can make videos all day long talking about them and their friends and all the fraudulent behavior they're doing behind the scenes, especially guys like, you know, Brad and the others. And, you know, but I don't. I live my life. I live my life, and you should too, bro. Just make your
Do you live your
content and
life
move
like
on.
there's no tomorrow?
Just make your content and move on. You know what I mean? It's
true.
pathetic.
I don't have time
No.
to deal with them. I'm too busy making sexually suggestive Pokemon games.
You're too funny.
Can I ask you a question, Restalgia? Yesterday
Yeah.
apparently was Pokemon Day. How did you celebrate?
Making sexually suggestive Pokemon games.
Yeah, Restalgia's fucked up, guys. Like, I have no problem telling you that. Like, if you just become friends with Restalgia, not good friends, like you've talked to him for a while. If you're in the infancy stage of your friendship with Restalgia, like you'll have a couple polite conversations with him, and then out of nowhere, he'll send you weird Pokemon sex toy stuff. It
So-
is fucked up.
So the funny thing is if you're going to get on the internet and lie or make an accusation, do your research first. This guy made a lie and said that we were using Brooklyn for VR content. Yet Brooklyn has adamantly told us, no, you guys aren't using us. You guys have never used me. These guys, they went this week and said, we've never supported Glenn. And Glenn
Well-
would tell you, we have supported Glenn. So
Well,
why not, before
no,
you make
no.
these accusations, why not ask these guys first before
My-
you just make shit up?
Guys, I need to go back to my initial question. In order to use someone, you need to gain something of significant value from said person without it being an equal
Right.
exchange. That would be using. What is the claim? That you guys are playing video games with Brooklyn Menace online and like somehow that's using him?
Oh, I had him on my.
What is the claim?
I had him on my show with the whole purpose to be like, hey, I'm really enjoying VR lately. You guys should go check out Brooklyn. Brooklyn is awesome. He's the guy who's been doing this the longest in the community. He's the guy we ask advice to. Advertising Brooklyn's, VR stuff, but that's using him apparently.
Yeah, crazy.
That is
All right, let's get the show started proper. If you want your
But
shout outs,
one quick second, I do want to clarify their comment, and Glenn can speak to this if he wants to or not. But their comment that we don't support Glenn isn't that we don't support Glenn; it's we don't support Glenn the right way. And half of that guy's problem is the fact that they expect that if they hate someone, you have to hate someone too. If they hate a product, you have to hate a product too. And because you still talk about it on YouTube or you still might enjoy it, means that you didn't support Glenn, means that you're not their friend. This is the absolute stuff they get on with.
only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Exactly.
Bottom line is, so much stuff that we get accused of not saying, we have said. In fact, all their content comes from stuff we've said or pointed out. They are secondhand news. They are never first. They use our content to then formulate some opinion. And what's funny too is because we don't talk about it every week, every episode for 3 years straight, that means we're not guys. I live in the now. This is a weekly podcast talking about what's going on this week, current events, blah blah blah. Why should I keep talking about what happened 2 fucking years ago? You know what I'm saying? Like, hello.
Bono's Tecmo, he's like me and you, Restalgia. Just glaze everything and make that money, pimps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
boy.
Can we do this, guys? It's been 30 minutes. I wanted that to only be 10
you
minutes.
still hold on. You owe another
I don't owe
1.5 minutes. No, you do.
I
You already
don't
said it.
I don't owe anything. All right, let's move on here, guys. So speaking of VR, what a
do it.
great transition. So guys, Brooklyn Menace told me about a new VR game coming out. Hopefully Brooklyn Menace won't get mad that I use him for telling me about a new VR game coming out. But Walkabout Golf is getting a new course, guys. It's called Olympus. Have we seen any footage of it yet? I scoured the internet and I didn't see it. And if
No,
you guys are a Walkabout Golf fan, where is it?
I have only seen the ads for it. I haven't really seen any gameplay or anything like that. But obviously we play a lot of Walkabout mini golf to the point right now where it's ridiculous. Like we played a game there about a week ago where I came in last place after 18 holes with a -7. Like that's ridiculous. We could be on the pro circuit at this point.
Yep. All right. So let's take a look here, guys. All we have is a screenshot. The team from behind Walkabout Golf is keeping things under wraps, but subbing the strength to ascend Mount Olympus. Olympians converge to determine the fate of the mortals, blah, blah, blah. So on March 6th is when the next course comes out for one of our favorite VR games to play as a community and as friends, Walkabout Golf, Mount Olympus. I'm excited about this one because I love Greek mythology. I like Norse mythology more than Greek mythology, but I'm excited about it. And I know everyone who plays with us is going to be excited as well. What's going on, guys? Look at
I will have to admit, I am a user when it comes to that game because I don't buy any of those courses, and so I get to play all those courses because you guys buy them. So I'm using all of you guys. Thanks.
Yeah, that's what's cool too is you don't have to own the course. You just have to own the main game.
Yeah.
And if your friend owns the course, you get to play. It's just you can't collect any of the hidden balls or the clubs or things like that. But you can play the courses. Now, I, of course, over the last couple of months have now purchased every single course, Mike. I have every single course. And I've unlocked, like, as of last night, 17 17 clubs. And big shout out to Jason and MG and the rest of the crew. We go on
Real
Club.
Zim.
James
James
hates
hates everything.
Yep, everyone helps us unlock the clubs. And the best part, too, is when we all tell Cornercade what room to go to, and we'll meet him there, and we go to a totally different room.
Or he's like, "What's up, guys? Is the room full?" Yeah, it's totally full.
And we have 3 spots available.
Well, I have to say, I did play with Corner K after my first
All right.
time with him, and I really enjoyed the second time. So he was a little more relaxed, and well, he was a lot more relaxed.
I wish you would go back to hating him.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot better that way.
Well, I didn't hate him. He just annoyed me
All
that first game, but since then it's just been a regular dude. So that's been pretty cool.
We're gonna do the shout outs right now. We're gonna do Detroit Loves You on the Web. And then guys, we're gonna dive into console
we're not.
chatter.
No, we're not doing any of that
arcades.
stuff.
What? Whoa, why not?
Because we gotta use Brooklyn again and talk about the other VR game we wanted to talk about this week. So Brooklyn played this a little while ago, but if you guys followed them, this is a brand new game. Only came out a little while ago. It's currently on sale on Steam right now, which you can use through your Steam link on your MetaQuest, or you can play it with PSVR 2 hooked up to your PC or whatever VR headset you have. But Arcade, which just came out, is 25% off already on Steam. So if you want to go check it out, do so. Or, Brooklyn Menace live streamed the entire game. You want to go check it out, see his thoughts on it, go watch his channel. Sorry to use you, Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how,
It looks a little laggy, don't it, Restalgia?
That looks
Looks
way
so-
laggy. and
No,
would make
that's
you
just
so
my
sick.
video.
No, Mike. You don't
It's
have to
just so
defend the game. You
stupid.
haven't played it.
It's so stupid. It doesn't make sense. When we send traffic to him, when we bring him on shows, how is that us using I mean this as a joke, guys, but if think about it logic, who's using who? You know what I mean? Like it'd be more like if you're a dickhead and want to accuse people things, you would say Brooklyn's only friends with them to get a rub or a bump. You know what I mean? Like that he'd be using us. Where does it come from that we're using him?
Hey, Mike, will you give me a
I
rub?
don't get it. I don't
I
fucking get it.
have and I will.
It's so fucking stupid. It's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Oh, what moron thought of that one? Oh man.
Did you see that? Did you see me? Did you see what I see?
You so totally rock, Squirt!
All right, guys, let's get our shout outs out of the way here. We got a lot to do. JT, Mike, Hawkhurts, Bo No Texmo. Always good to see Bo Knows Texmo. No, Cody's not going to turn heel until after WrestleMania.
He
Paul
can't
Mindeman.
give The Rock his soul because where will the adrenaline live?
Yeah, Carl O,
Ooh,
Brooklyn
good-
Menace,
good point, Mike.
Hollow Box is here, Cat Dad's Arcade, Jamie Loken, Nova Sonic, Meatball Saucy, Jason's here, Brooklyn Menace is here using us. JT is here as well. He likes to golf with us online. Boozy Boy is here. The Real Zim, Mad Dog, Charlie Chuck up in Canada, killing it. Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Make sure you guys check out Bill on YouTube. Help the guy out. 19K Fox is here as well. Meatball Saucy. I think we got Meatball already. Oh, we're doing movie night tomorrow night, guys. Are you excited? We're gonna do movie night in VR. We're gonna watch.
It depends on what movie. Are you doing Chopping Mall?
We're doing Choppy Mall tomorrow
I'll be
night.
there.
Satheus is here as well. Paul Multicade Mindeman is here as well. Cat Dad.
Paul said something for my show Monday. I said,
Fancy.
"Is Home Arcade back?" And he said, "Home Arcade won't be back until it's 90% arcades and 10% what you're talking about all the other time." Paul, where have you been for the last 5 years? Like ever since Arcade1Up released their pinball machines, we've regularly talked pinball.
Yep. There you go. All right, cool. There's this. All right, guys, let's do Carl. I have not made you. I tried to make an intro and it did not come out well. It did not come out well. So, but just so you know, I have your thing here. So
Well, I mean, he was busy making your San and the V.
I know. I'm funny. I'm funny like that. What can I say? All right, let's do this. Guys, are you ready for excitement? Do you want to be featured on the Super Game Room Dudes? Do you want to have a chance to get your shout outs to be announced? Do you want to have an opportunity for us to use you for content? Well, it's time for You on the Web with Detroit Love. All right, Carl, whenever you're ready, we will share whatever you want to share. Go ahead.
So I came across this post here, which is I thought was interesting. I mean, tic-tac-toe, we've all played that game before, right? So
No, what
really
is that?
real simple concept, the game. But this is a infinity.
Oh, Carl, I don't know if you know this. Tic-tac-toe was banned in Canada in 2015.
Oh, yeah, but you guys are going to be part of the state, so you guys be able to play that. So,
Well
Damn.
played, Carl. Well
Damn.
played.
Damn.
so a gentleman named Maker Ukulele had showed this on Facebook. I thought it was very interesting. It's actually a bending machine. It takes quarters, and it's a infinity tic-tac-toe. So, normally in tic-tac-toe, once you fill up all 9 spots, the game's over, right? Whether you won had time to win or lose. But this one is infinity. So after so many moves, the very first one that's on there will disappear. And so you have an opportunity to keep the game going until somebody wins. So I thought it was pretty slick. And so they have this as a bending product. They made a wall version. Now they're going to make a tabletop version of this here. So if you guys are interested in this, you can just check this out. I'll put a link in the description once we're done. But I thought it was pretty interesting. You can dim this light and make the lights change different colors. So I thought it was pretty cool to take something as simple as tic-tac-toe and be able to make a business out of it. People are just incredible.
I cannot play tic-tac-toe because my wife always does that corner trick on me, and I haven't figured out how to stop her. I haven't figured out the defensive mode.
The infinity one will take it away because her moves will disappear.
It's like if you go first and do the corner thing, you are guaranteed to win. You know what I mean? And if you go second, you are screwed. So
Wait, like you have trouble with tic-tac-toe?
I can't. She wins, man. What can I say? She likes.
What do you
to
mean?
win.
If you don't go first, then you can always tie if you go second.
Yeah,
100% of the time.
No.
100% of the time.
No.
Literally. Yes.
No. You go first. You're guaranteed to win. If you play the corners, you're guaranteed to win.
Next time I get
not
to Phoenix,
true.
I will play your wife.
All right, wait a minute. All right, do me a favor, chat or moderators. Let's find like an online tic-tac-toe website right now where we could play tic-tac-toe live, and I will show you, Mike. I will show you. Yes, Fox, opposing corners. If you go first and play the corners, you are guaranteed to win
if you're not paying
every time.
attention.
Guys,
No.
I think you watched that Ferris Bueller movie too much. Which one was it? War Games. I think you watched it. Joshua, tic-tac-toe is a game that can't be won. It's so false. You could absolutely win tic-tac-toe and have global thermal nuclear war.
Incorrect.
What do you mean incorrect?
It is simple.
Yeah. It's
If you
very
take
avoidable.
a corner first, second person has to take the center, and then anything you can do, they can block you.
See,
That's it.
I knew you guys would bring up War Games. It's wrong. War Games is false. It's a lie.
Maybe you're just really shitty at tic-tac-toe.
It's
That-
just
that
like
could be it.
just like when we found out in Avengers Endgame that Back to the Future was full of shit, guys, and you all broke your hearts over that.
That's also a movie. how does that make Back to the Future full of shit?
Because it pointed out the flaw.
The flaw
Your past, if you go to your past becomes your future, Mike. You can't go back to the future. You're already there.
I'm still stuck on the fact that P-Dubs thinks if you go first, you win automatically in tic-tac-toe.
All right. Wait, hold on. I hit the wrong button. You know what, guys? Let's get off this. All right, guys, go play tic-tac-toe, right, Carl?
Well, apparently, if you don't go first, you don't have a chance. So why play at all?
Am I the world's worst tic-tac-toe player? Let's fucking play.
Yes. I think
Someone
you're
get me a
Tammy knows.
website. Someone
Tammy
get me a
knows.
website. Someone get me a website. Someone find one. Restalgia, you do it. Find us find us a tic-tac-toe, play tic-tac-toe website. And while you're doing that, guys, it's time for some console chatter. All right, so we didn't get to cover this last week. Mike wanted to cover it this week. Mike, I've been hogging the mic Let's go. Tell everyone what's happening here.
So that Tomb Raider collection is one that came out several months ago, but thankfully there's a new Tomb Raider collection.
Oh, this
coming
is
out.
the
Tomb
wrong.
Raider-
Oh yeah. Well, this is the one I didn't get, Mike. This is the one I didn't get.
I gotta get it too. I've always wanted to
Oh,
get
here
it.
it
I
is.
just keep
Here it
putting
is.
off.
I
Yeah.
got it. I got it right here. All right.
There's a video
So-
and everything, man.
No, I ranted about this on that Q&A stream that I did. How instead of
He does.
ordering from
I sent you a
Fun,
link.
okay, instead of ordering from Fun Stock like I should have, I pre-ordered from Amazon. So the first Tomb Raider cart never came. Got delayed 3 times, and then I canceled the order. Right? It's like never, and it's happened to me before ordering carts from Amazon. So from now on, I'm just going straight to Fun Stock. But here you go, Mike. Take it away.
Yeah, so we're getting a follow-up to the original Tomb Raider collection, Tomb Raider Collection 2, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, and Tomb Raider Chronicles. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, back in the PlayStation era, after Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, I was kind of good for a while. I didn't pick these games up. I don't know about the quality. I mean, graphically, they look a little bit more advanced than those early Tomb Raider games. Like, if you could show the video, you could see they're looking real good in these games. Real good. Restalgia, like, you're of this era. You would have been young enough that this was your youth. Did you play these later Tomb Raider PlayStation 1 games?
I did not. I played Tomb Raider 1.
Yeah.
And I think that was it until like PS4, PS5. Yeah, I like Tomb Raider. I just never played any of the sequels. But I also was more of a Nintendo guy than a Sony guy.
Now, apparently they did a remastered version. I'm assuming it's not the remastered version.
No.
Okay. Okay. So
So I
it's
got
just-
this version.
Yeah, I got to pick that up too. That's on my list.
That's the one that I couldn't get from Amazon. Fucking Amazon sucks, dude. Never order from them when it comes to
Well,
Evercade.
Amazon's usually pretty reliable. The only problem is you want it first because you want it first to cover it. But if you're just looking to get it, Amazon, like here in Canada, is the best way to get Evercade cards.
Mm-hmm.
JJ says P-Dubs needs a timeout. Tomb Raider 1 equals 6 on the Switch. Is way better than the Evercade, but I love that franchise, so I have it on both. There you go. Oh, that was an anniversary on PS2. There you go. But here's some gameplay of Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation, and Mike had a little crush on Lara Croft here.
Yeah, there's something about those little shorts, man. I don't know if you watched wrestling back at the end of the Attitude Era and the early Ruthless Aggression era, but Lita, for a brief time, changed to Lara Croft Tomb Raider shorts, and I was all about it. And did I mention my wife's first name is Lara?
Oh, that is true. That is true. Now it's all.
Is it-
And I
Nick.
raided her womb.
Yeah.
Had some kids.
Well,
Oh wow, Mike.
still,
You know, Restalgia's too young to be hearing stuff like that.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Still-
That is PG-13 content, and I'm not quite there yet.
Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I still think, despite the fact that you could play these games elsewhere, there's other, what do you call them? Curated Tomb Raider collections on other consoles. You have to admit, this is good wins for Evercade.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, getting, Duke Nukem and Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, like, that's cool stuff, man. Like,
I would argue Tomb Raider is a bigger deal than Duke Nukem by far.
yeah, I know, but Duke Nukem's a good game. It's much better than saying,
I
hey,
bought
we got
both
a
of them at the same time. and
we
I
got
played.
an indie cart here, and the highlight is Donut Dodo. I mean, as cool as Donut Dodo is, it's not Duke Nukem. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the following, right? So, like, this is, in my opinion, all good for Evercade. The cart releases continue over there. Hopefully, they'll slow down on hardware. Minus, we're assuming they're going to make an SNK Evercade Alpha, right? With that, we talked about that a while ago, right?
Yeah. Well, another thing we're going to talk about a little bit later, maybe during this segment, console chatter, is we might be getting a certain game we're talking about later on Evercade as well.
Yeah, that's actually where we're going next, Mike. So, Mike, you were so hyper about this that you made a video about it today.
I did. Yeah.
What? Tell me about Terminator 2D.
Yeah, so this was a huge surprise. I mean, no one really saw this coming. A lot of people in the community said we didn't get a good 2D action platforming Terminator game back in the 16-bit era, and it was something that's missing. I don't know if that's 100% true. We did have Terminator 2, the arcade game, but all the action platforming games, like the actual officially released Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which I think was done by LJN on the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo, and then Flying Edge on the Sega Genesis, was just, it was god awful. It was terrible. So what they're looking to do here is create a brand new retro inspired, it's action platforming, but it's actually multi genre as well. So they change the genres up as you go through the games. So here you can see the action platforming stages, and it's run and gun, kind of like Contra, more reminiscent of like the Master System Game Gear game and the Sega CD Terminator, but it's actually going to change up. When you go into this stage here, what you're going to see in a second, there's this driving stage where, you know, you're on the dirt bike and the motorcycle getting away from the truck. There's
the helicopter.
Goddamn helicopter stage. Hopefully it's not as hard as the arcade game.
Yeah, please don't be. Please
here in a
don't be.
little bit, you're going to get to see a stage where they're in the bar. Look at this. This is actually a beat 'em up. So you can go up and down. They change the genres as you go through, depending on which part of the game you're playing. It's really interesting. I love the graphical style. The team that did this, Bitmap Bureau, they also did Xeno Crisis. And one of the cool things was they also released a behind the scenes on how they came up with this. And they talked about their process. And this is what's really cool. They design all their modern games in this open process, which also allows them to port them to older consoles as well. So that's why we saw Xeno Crisis show up on the Sega Genesis, on the Neo Geo, on the Super Nintendo, as well as the Evercade. So the question is now, Bitmap Bureau already have a relationship with Evercade. They already have shown that they can reverse port this. Could this eventually be an Evercade cartridge too?
That'd be kind of cool. That would be good for Evercade. Although by the time that happens, though, people might have already picked it up on every other console by then.
Well, it depends. If you're a fan of that system, you'd probably play it again. Like it's like Xeno Crisis is already out on a bunch of other stuff, but when they finally got those cartridges out for like the Genesis, Super Nintendo, Evercade, people still picked them up. And you know the way the Evercade community is, they're crazy. Like the hardcore Evercade community, they'll put out a game and you're like, well, that looks like a heap of shit. Sold out, can't get it anywhere. $600 on eBay.
Well, in my opinion, I agree with everything Mike said. I love the artwork style. And I will definitely be picking this up. And I think this would be fun to play on our multicades, whether you're playing on a Arcade1Up modded with a Nintendo Switch in-tech gaming control panel and you play it that way, or if you're playing it via OTG mode, or if you have a PC connected to a multicade. I think this could be a fun arcade type experience, even though it's advertised as a console game. I think it could be fun to play on an arcade. Restalgia, what are your thoughts on this, man? Did you even see the Terminator movies? We know you're so young.
I have not seen the Terminator movies. Believe it or not. I have not. I have not.
What?
You know what I have seen? That you can tie every single time on tic-tac-toe if you go second. That's what I've seen. No, I've never seen any of the Terminator movies. They were definitely before my time. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Sorry.
You got to go back and watch. You got to go back and watch them. There's so many ways to do that. What are you waiting?
I know.
Guys, should we fire him from the show? I mean, this might be the last straw for Restalgia right here. He's never seen the Terminator movies. Holy shit, Carl, what do you think about this, man?
Guys, before Carl says that, I want you to give...
Michael always cuss me off. He never wants me to speak.
Yeah, I don't. I don't watch your videos either. So anyways...
You watch my thumbnails.
I do like your thumbnails. Really quickly, I want you to give Restalgia a break. Like, everybody gives him a hard time. You never heard of this movie. You never did this. Restalgia has a hard life. He wakes up in the morning. He's immediately emasculated by his wife, goes to work, gets emasculated by his boss, comes home, gets re-emasculated by his wife, and then he comes on the show and we do this shit to him. Come on, guys. Be better to Restalgia.
That's how I feel too, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate you standing up for me. Story of my goddamn life.
B. Kirby, the Chicago arcade guy, thank you for the $10 super chat. Just donating to help fund the creation of more using videos. LOL. Keep it up, fellas. I have your back. Thanks, Kirby.
All right.
Sorry, Carol. Go ahead.
I'm no longer interested.
No, I want to hear what Carl thinks about this game.
No,
I do.
No, Michael, see, he's just waiting for me to start talking, and he's gonna cut me off.
No, I'm not. Look.
He's like,
I'm
go ahead.
muting my
Go ahead.
mic.
Shoot, go ahead. Right, go ahead. No, I sent the link in as soon as I saw this today. It's T2. I was never a fan of the Arcade1Up cabinet. One game, and it didn't age well. It's one of those games like my Double Dragon. But when I saw this 2D version, I'm like, this is perfect. This is perfect for the game, and they did such a great job. At least with the trailer, we hadn't actually seen gameplay, personally. But from what we've seen online, it looks incredible. So I'm definitely interested. Probably get it for the Switch. I'll probably be the platform that I get it on, and I'm looking forward to that coming out.
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. Nice to see Carl was able to get a thought out without being interrupted. Restalgia, let's go, baby.
Hold on, wait. How do we switch it? Because it's making me.
You don't have to switch it. He'll just tell you where he wants to go. That's all.
Yeah. Come on, pick. Am I first?
No, I'll tell you where I'll go.
I won.
Hold on, maybe you get to go first now.
Let's play again. All right, here we go. It's my turn. All right, so yeah, if you go first, you will win every time.
All right, where you want to be. Okay. Yeah, you win like that if you don't.
Restalgia's an idiot. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. He could have won, right? We suck at this game, Restalgia.
I'm showing you that I can force a tie no matter what.
All right. Let's play again. All right, let's
go. I'll go first.
All right, you're going first, right? So yeah. I'm gonna go here.
That's not where you want to go.
All right, so then I go here.
It's definitely a tie.
So it's a tie. You force the tie. See? Now you get to go, and I'm going to force a tie. This time you're going to go first.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go.
I think you made a mistake, P-Dubs.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
You made a mistake.
How'd I make a mistake?
You guys aren't even trying to win.
All right, so maybe I was wrong.
You're certainly wrong.
Turns out you're just really bad at tic-tac-toe.
Oh, we gotta make a YouTube short. Well, how does my wife do it? She does something in the corner.
What she does
every time.
It's called voodoo.
P-Dubs,
you have to win, so you have to let her win, so you make sure you can get some.
You just
sand.
lost. I'm sorry, P-Dubs. It's game over.
Yeah, that's what she does. That's what she does.
Yeah, you did a stupid thing.
Yes, you're dumb. That's the problem. It's not the problem that she has a trick. It's just you're not smart.
Let's get that off. All right, so hey, sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while, and Restalgia's right today, guys. I was wrong. There you go. We should do a tic-tac-toe challenge every week, and all that stuff. All right, Mike, who's in the hot seat?
I didn't prepare one this week. I don't know what to say. Think.
Well, I was in the hot seat earlier this week.
You were. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, P-Dubs, I did a live video.
Yeah, you did.
With my Stellar pinball. And I didn't know they didn't have batteries included with the
Did you guys see it?
So we went to light the thing up, and P-Dubs, I didn't realize I had batteries in my pole position that I could have just grabbed out, which I did later. But I finally did get some batteries for it, and so now you guys finally get to see it lit up.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, that was awesome. I was sweating a little bit there, Mike. I was like, for this price, they should have had some dollar store batteries in this thing.
Yeah, just something to get you going, right?
So what do you think, Carol? Do you like it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. That thing is awesome.
He likes it so much he created a Facebook group for it.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Good for you, Carol.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, it's just a my Switch was primarily a golfing machine. Now it's a golfing and pinball machine. So I have another purpose. I like my options. So now I have some options with that Switch machine. So I like it for sure.
If you guys like messing around in these gaming Facebook groups, Carl made a fan page, the original Stellar Pinball fan group. Join the other 32 souls in there now talking about their Stellar Pinball. And I actually saw one from Barry. What was his name? Barry Brutus.
No. You're
Yeah.
talking about Barry. He's a famous person in the groups. Barry McCockiner.
No, not him. No, not him.
Oh my god!
This guy Brutus did a video here as well, and he was showing this thing off. This thing is really cool. So, and make sure you guys check out Detroit Loves Reviews. Carl, I haven't seen Carl this excited about a product in a very long time. So,
Yeah, this was like an instant buy. When I saw it on the Facebook group, I was like, I got to get this, and no buyer's remorse. This thing is awesome.
Mike's been making his whole life to make that joke. He has been.
Oh, Brooklyn's got an update. Apparently, the toxicity in the Stellar Pinball community has already ruined it. Group closed.
No. It seems like once the groups hit about 300 people is when the drama starts, right?
Yeah.
That's when the drama starts. All right. So what else we got? Oh, we want to talk a little bit about Arcade1Up. Mike, tell us what happened this week with Riser Gate. And keep in mind, we have never supported Glenn through Tron Gate, according to false sources on the internet. Go ahead.
So yeah, this week, I actually still have the video too, Dubs, if that'll help. I put it on our Facebook page as well, just in case.
Yeah, if you want to pull up the video. If not, in the meantime, I will pull up this frozen thing we like to call just an image, and you can kind of talk while you're searching this. But apparently, Arcade1Up might be releasing G.I. Joel's inline riser.
Yeah, there we go.
And we like G.I. Joel, friend of the channel, good guy, good company. I've reviewed a couple of his products, and I really like them. So a little shocking to see that they're potentially...
Yeah, now we can neither confirm or deny that, but if you take a look at this video...
Potentially. I said potentially.
Yeah.
We're
potentially.
safe.
And I watched your video, P-Dubs, and I tried to see this riser in that video the whole time.
There it is there.
All I see is blackness.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
Yeah, I hadn't seen G.I. Joe's riser.
This is massive controversy, Restalgia. This is huge. This is big news.
So
I would love to understand.
Yeah.
I
So
Make
it
it
looks like they've either used a G.I. Joel riser, or they've come out with their own version of the G.I. Joel riser.
There it is.
For the new cabs. Yeah.
I don't
It
see.
looked like an end table.
I actually
Hold on. We were wrong, internet. It's an end table. We'll take the videos down. But no, I know Arcade's Anonymous and stuff, G.I. Joel and them, they're really upset about this. I mean, if you don't have a patent, if you don't have some kind of patent trademark, people can
Just do whatever they want. Yeah.
do whatever they want. But who's going to patent like a riser, right? Or stuff. And let's be honest, it's not the first time that Arcade1Up has taken ideas from the modding community, the Arcade1Up mods that they saw on Facebook, and integrated those into cabinets. And then they've also just outright, according to Glenn, because I don't want to get sued, stolen his design, right? So, there's stuff with the Tron stick. So, it's interesting. But hey, man, that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's all the news right now on this. It's just for us in the community. It's sad to see, because we know Joel is trying to make a go of his business. He's trying to go full time with it, really ramping up productions. Left his old job, I don't know how much I can say, but like,
You're saying a lot, Mike.
I know. All right. Ooh. Yeah. So, anyways, I feel bad for Joel because if they are doing this, that's going to put a hurt on his business because obviously, GI Joel's not like a major company getting these goods from outside the country. They can probably do it cheaper. I don't know if they will, but it just sucks that a community member has a concept that was very successful for him, and then the company has no obligation to compensate him in any way. But
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. Can you guys show me what the original design is supposed to look like? I feel like I'm missing something. I'm looking
pull
at
this
it
down.
and
You want to pull up GI Joel's riser? I put it on the thumbnail. Actually, that's GI Joel's original riser.
I've never purchased one, so I have no idea.
Well, you've
what
never
it's supposed
purchased
to look
anything.
like.
You usually wait for companies to give you stuff.
Exactly.
Sounds like a smart move. I would save time of money that way.
I did.
Wait a minute. Mike, that is so not cool of you to say.
What?
Because that is the land that you're living in, Mike.
No, that's not the land I'm living in. I get a lot of stuff sent to me, but not everything sent to me.
Okay, Mike, what was the last product you reviewed that you paid for out of your own pocket?
Pole
And it's
position.
okay.
Pole position.
Pole position you paid for out of your own pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
And before that, it was
I'd have to go back and look at my videos.
the original Legends Gamer Pro.
No, that got sent to me.
Exactly, Mike. It's been years since you bought something.
No,
Calm
no,
down.
no.
Calm down, Mike.
I bought every single one of my Arcade1Up cabs except for the Pac-Man XL. Every single review, I bought all those cabs myself.
Not according, Mike, not according to trusted sources on the internet who just say it off the top of their head, which means it must be true. All right, here we go. Here's this inline riser that he makes, and it makes it a seamless design. Right? So Joel worked hard on this. He wants to sell them. If Arcade1Up is going to sell them, and if they can sell them, I bet Arcade1Up would sell them for like how much would risers be at Walmart, guys? Like $40-$50, right? So
Okay,
it makes
so
it
hold on. I'm
tougher
looking
on
at this
Joel.
now. I'm looking at this now.
If you're
Great.
gonna
Go back.
Go
back. I need to see this because I don't think I follow.
I'm hitting the
I don't know what the controversy is.
So Arcade1Up's original riser went around the outside of the cab. This inline riser would enact as a riser, but also make your cab look like a deluxe cab.
But they already had. So I guess my question is there an actual basis to say that this was stolen from anybody? Because the deluxe cabs did have the riser that was kind of like slipped in.
Nope. That's not how the deluxe cab works.
Deluxe.
I've never owned a deluxe cab.
Exactly. So why would you make a comment if you don't know what you're talking about?
Because that's what it looks like it does.
No, well then you're wrong.
So
the deluxe cab meets in the middle.
It meets in the middle. All of the Pro, the XL, the Deluxe, they all are two pieces. They are riserless, but they are at the halfway point where they attach. There's no riser anymore. What G.I. Joe is doing a riser for the existing cabinets to look seamless instead of having, the four borders.
Yeah, no, I know what the original Arcade1Up risers look like. I have many of those.
Okay, then Arcade1Up never ever created another riser until this new one that may be G.I. Joel's, or they may be releasing themselves.
How do we know this is not just a deluxe cabinet without a riser?
You can actually take a look down. It has that.
What do you point at? You have to share that.
So in the video, let me see if I can screen grab it. It's hard because on the video it pauses, but let me just share it again and I'll show you. If you watch the video, you can clearly see the point where it's the bottom of the classic cab ends because you see the end of the logos, and then there's a black face plate and what looks to be a G.I. Joel riser.
Can you have Arcade1Up use like a green cabinet or something so it stands out a little more obvious?
I'm sorry about your old eyes, Carl. That's not my problem.
All right, you see the bulletin board there. Maybe it's sitting behind
there.
You.
There it is, right there.
Okay,
here.
What am I looking at there? I see what. Yeah, what am I looking at there? Because it looks like.
See this line right here? That's
Yeah,
the-
no, I see that. I see
And
look
that.
like
where
her
it goes
booty.
in right here, that's the bottom of the classic
That's her
cab.
booty.
Yeah,
Every time you go to the
Yeah,
right, that's her booty.
That's we don't know who that is.
But am I seeing
I-
artifacting on the screen, or is it like it doesn't have a front, and I'm looking
looks like it's
into the
hollow.
riser?
It looks like a end table.
Yeah,
From
like
here.
that's what I'm saying. Like it
Looks
looks like I'm
hollow.
looking into
No. You're seeing artifacting because
see a
if you take a
void.
look at it,
I see a
see
cavity.
the same shadow pattern right here. Look how this
Nostalgia, do you
continues
see a
down
cavity,
onto
a
it.
void there?
This is the worst show we've ever done.
I,
This is the worst
can't-
show we've ever.
it's not my fault. Other people are stupid.
Can you zoom in, Mike? We need to
No,
investigate.
it's a
Yeah,
video.
why can't you zoom in? Why don't you make it maximize the screen? It's got a maximize button up there.
It is maximized, buddy. This is a video I screen grabbed.
This is not very helpful.
But can you?
Oh my god.
But can you?
It's not very compelling.
Moat is here. Acknowledge Moat in the chat, everybody. Do me a favor. Moat's here. Put the ones in the chat. Acknowledge Moat right now. I acknowledge you, Moat.
Now you're using moat now. Damn.
Fuck, I knew it. I knew it would happen.
What?
It's not even the right color. And why would Arcade1Up put artifacting on it? That doesn't make any sense. to
Not
me.
artifacting, it's a gloss. Because of the gloss, there's an image there, Restalgia.
He's just messing with you, Mike. Mike, he's just trying to drag out the segment. It's what he does. There's no reason for that segment to go any longer. It's a freaking riser.
Yeah.
So, Arcade1Up, come up with your own ideas or compensate people in the very least of ideas that you use. How about that? Definitely the worst, but we still love you. Yeah, I put in the chat. This is our worst segment of all time.
No. I think the tic-tac-toe was the worst.
No, that was actually kind of funny, in my opinion. Tic-tac-toe wasn't the worst segment of all time, was it, ladies and gentlemen?
That was pretty bad.
Well, you know what else was bad?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The feedback from AtGames this week.
Nice segue. That was good.
Now, tonight, you guys are in for a treat. Don't go anywhere. For weeks, P-Dubs, and months, P-Dubs has been the sole voice of reason, at least in his own warped opinion, about AtGames. But AtGames released a new pinball game this week called Primal Carnage. And, Mike, YouTubers were shitting on this thing left and right. Everyone was saying it was a bad game. There was negative feedback in the Facebook groups. People were saying it was boring, it was dumb. Primal Carnage Solid State. Tonight, I am here to defend Primal Carnage Solid State. I think it's a good pinball game. And let's go from there. So this game came out. Can we go over a couple of the pros real quick? Number one, hats off to Magic Pixel for going out there and getting a license for something, even though we've been transparent with you guys from the beginning. I've never heard of this game franchise from eons ago or whenever this came out. So kudos to them for that. The fact that they kept highlighting the fact that this was the solid state game makes you know that, oh, well, what does Magic Pixel like doing? They make the solid state, they make the retro, they make the remake version, which is kind of like a more modern pinball version, and then they make their deluxe, which has 9,000 frickin' flippers on it, right?
Yeah.
So you know that they're probably going to re-release this game in multiple versions.
5 times.
Yeah, and that this is the first one, and it's in the probably the oldest form factor it's going to be. I'm assuming the next one will be the remake version, then maybe a deluxe or whatever. But so Solid State didn't have all the bells and whistles that a lot of the other pinball games that you guys are probably used to getting excited about. But I actually enjoyed this one. I thought the artwork on the table looked great. I actually thought it shot really well. I love the fact that we have flippers in the out lanes.
That you use to actually push your ball back in the backwards flippers. Love that.
Yep. And last I looked, I had, it's a low scoring game, like a lot of solid state pinball or old school pinball games. I mean, think of some of the ones that had the old Rolodex on the back glass. So you're not going to get like 1 billion points. And also, I think the point thing also turns people away if they're not scoring high points.
Yeah, that's with real pinball too, though.
I mean,
If someone's a low score, people don't like it.
I've only played it maybe 10 times and I got 55,000, so I was like in the top 15 on the leaderboard. So I mean, not bad. But if I play it more, I guarantee you I'd get, 100, 200 because I kind of figured out how to play it. And I do like, and you guys might not be able to see it here. Let's go full screen so people can see it. I love the little alphanumeric down here because you get to play in two different modes on this game. You get to play as the humans or the dinosaurs. So if you're playing as the humans, your goal is to kill the dinosaur, and the dinosaur has 10,000 hit points. So this little number starts at 10,000.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, because unlike other people, Mike, I actually do my research on games before I, play them. I'm just kidding, Mike. But what's interesting is when everyone was
research,
when everyone was live streaming this game, nobody was talking about this. Like I would have set up a separate camera or another screen capture and brought this over, like over here, so people could follow it. Make this bigger, because this is a massive part of the game right here, right? So the goal is you hit your shots. And the dinosaur loses hit points. And when it gets down to 0, you then automatically switch teams and you then become a dinosaur. And the dinosaur's goal is to eat 100 humans. So it starts at 100 and then it slowly counts down as you're hitting the appropriate shots, which is basically anything that's lit, like here. Like this right here says kill 3 humans or 300 hit points. This one right here says, up here is the one you really want to get. You want to get these drop targets down, because when you get these drop targets down and get the ball up in here, when it falls in here, what'll happen is you will either kill 10 humans at once, which is huge, or 1,000 hit points. And that's the quickest way to kill the dinosaurs, by 1,000. If not, spam the left ramp. Once you hit it 4 times, it'll lock in at 300 hit points per shot. And there were times I was playing where I spammed this ramp and got like 5,000-6,000 points off him before I finally missed the ramp shot, got the timing wrong. But in my opinion, this game, for a solid state game that they also, let's be honest, there's some more modern things that they added in here. I think it's really, really fun. I really enjoyed playing this table. I know it's all about opinions and stuff. But if you want something that's got a lot more to it, the DMD and the video modes and the game modes and like dinosaurs and humans running around on the table, you're probably going to be better off waiting until the remake or the deluxe versions, right, of this game. But if you just want a simple, just bang and clang pinball game, that's it in my opinion. Yeah, there's 5 flippers, Kelvin. There would be normally just 3.
No, but there will be normally just about 17. It's a Zechariah game.
No. But the flippers on the sides make sense because they're for saving your ball in the out.
Oh, that is such a cool mechanic, kind of like the magic save in Dungeons and Dragons, the pinball machine I owned.
Yeah, so that's my speech. I actually enjoy this one, and I was telling people all about it, and I'm sure AtGames won't hear that feedback. So
no, I actually really liked it too. I did find I don't like reading the rules and reading how to play a game before I play it. I like just beating the balls around and kind of learning as I go. And I did find it a little bit. I just couldn't understand the bonus system, and I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I like that thing down at the bottom. I don't like the campaign aspects very much. I'm not a big campaign guy. I just want to score points, but they've done it in a way you can kind of score points. I kind of had fun with it. I thought it played well. I thought the SSF kit worked good. I like the art on it. The only thing I didn't like is when you hit those guys that are guarding the targets there, they're like,
okay. Now I will say this. All right. So yeah, I forgot to finish that off. Where did someone put about the bonuses? So you mentioned the bonuses, and then someone put a comment in here, which I mentioned that if you choose to play as the humans, once you kill the dinosaur, you then switch to team dinosaur, and you got to kill the humans. It switches you automatically. Or if you start as the dinosaur, kill the humans, vice versa, it switches you. Either way, if you beat both modes, kill 1 dinosaur, 10,000, or kill and then also kill 100 humans, the game will then randomly give you either A, an extra ball, or B, it'll give you 50,000 points.
Okay.
You're hoping it gives you 50,000 points because that's going to put you on top of the leaderboard. You know what I mean? Because the leaderboard scores aren't very high. I think the number one score was only 300,000, guys. So this is a good competitive table for people to play to get on the leaderboards. A lot of the scores are going to be really close. It's not like someone's going to have a billion fucking points and you'll never catch them. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fun one. Yeah, so that's how they do the bonuses in this game, Mike. It's pretty cool. I can play this game pretty well. Maybe I should actually, it might be my first AtGames pinball live stream in like 8 months, Mike. I might actually play this game live.
Do it, man. I'll join you.
Yeah, it'd be fun. James hated this table. Well, as you know, James hates everything. James hates everything.
What my advice is with James, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I will point out, though, there's one thing that doesn't make sense, and that is, here's the one thing that doesn't make sense, all right? If you're playing as the dinosaur, when you
What dinosaur? You play as the dinosaur?
Yeah, right. Like right now, he's on human mode. See the blue light here? He's not on dino mode.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Go ahead.
Yeah, please don't, so I can finish this thought. When you are on dino mode, okay, guys, explain this to me. You're on dino mode. You're and then you kill a human. The sound effect that plays is a gunshot when you kill a human. Why is it not the dinosaur making like a chomping or a roaring sound?
This is Primal Carnage. Why are you assuming the dinos don't have guns? You didn't play the game.
This is true.
Do the dinos have guns, guys? Let me know. Let me know in the chat.
In an investigation, assumptions kill beat-ups.
Because here's the funny thing. When you play as the human and you hit a shot to take away hit points from the dinosaur makes like a chop grunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the sound effects should be flip-flopped. Is it me, guys? Like, should the sound effects be flip-flopped? Like if you hurt the dinosaur, you should hear the gunshot. Like, you shot the dinosaur, you wounded him, he lost some points. Am I right? But instead, when you kill a human, you hear the gunshot. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I feel like
dinos have guns, clearly.
Do the dinos have guns in this game, guys?
How do you know that dinosaurs aren't guns?
Wow. Blows my mind.
Deep, huh?
Anyways, the thing that I really like was that backwards flipper mechanic in the outlanes to save the ball. That made me really happy. I love that.
I've been watching to see if you do it, but I hadn't seen you do it.
Oh, I did it a couple times early. You got to get in that outlane. The only thing that this game actually, I think, could have benefited from is that little pin in the middle I usually hate. That gap in the middle is wide for straight down the middle. Wide.
All right. Well, you're talking about in between the center? Yeah, this thing, if you go to this thing will drain down the middle like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. And the nudge on here is a little bit weak of a nudge. However, if you just play for the angles, just aiming for the two ramps, I should say, or the one ramp and the one orbit on the right-hand side, that's how I mostly kept the ball away from the middle. You know what I mean? Because of spamming that left ramp you just did, if you, like I said, that'll get you 300 hit points off the dinosaur every time you spam it. You know what I mean? So, all right, you guys are just messing me. The dinosaurs don't have guns, and
no,
I think I'm right. Like and then occasionally what'll happen is like when you hit. Oh, what's nice too is like. So when I play, guys, I don't even look at the scoreboard, right? I look at right here, these three lights.
Closes his eyes and uses the force.
No, listen. I'm trying to help people, Mike. So for instance, you notice how Mike now has this light bulb lit? Well, why is that light bulb lit? Because you knocked 2,500 damage off the dinosaur.
There it is, Carl.
I saw it.
Okay. So you went from 10,000 down to 7,500. So now you're at ×2. When you get to 5,000 hit points off, this will light up. And when you get to 7,500 hit points, this lights up. So when he's down to 2,500, like you've taken away 7,500, right? And this will say 2,500. Now you're at bonus ×4. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So when I play, I don't even look at the scoreboard. I just watch the lamps here and here. And you know, like right here, you're probably at about 20,000 points just by knowing that this lamp is lit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's the way I play. And honestly, I like this game. I think it was a nice game that they made. And I'm thinking though, people might prefer, what is that, the remake or the deluxe versions better because they want the more modern experience. But I think for a solid state game, I think it's pretty freaking cool and well thought out. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
the
And if it's
message-
solid state, it should be available for HD and for 4K.
It is.
Yeah, this is only HD2.
So that's kind of the message I left people with. It's a solid state game. If you don't like solid state games, you're probably not going to like this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, stick to the Zen releases, the Zachariah Deluxe. But if you have played some solid state, like good games, like Shooting the Rapids, and you know that appeals to you, you might enjoy this one.
And also to think about it, like a lot of the Taito games, like think about like Rastan Saga and stuff like that. The way that those were made, Frontline. Like if you like playing those games,
I don't like
when at
playing those
game,
games either.
you'll probably like this one because it's the same style. It's just banging and clanging, right?
Banging and clanging. What are you, the Road Warriors? We
Well-
were banging and clanging.
Well, versus a more modern pinball game where the goal is to
Starter, what are you laughing for? You haven't
Mike.
seen that. You haven't seen
I
it.
just Mike is just I love
a
the way
more
that he
a
just
more
chirps
modern
making
a
me
more
run hard
modern
time.
pinball, a more modern pinball or digital pinball game. The goal, of course, is to
I'm banging and
unlock
clanging my watch.
unlock multi-balls, unlock game modes, and beat the game mode goals. That's like modern pinball. You're not doing that here. You're just trying to,
Score
hit,
points. Yeah.
hit the shots.
Yeah.
So
Banging and clanging.
there you go. So I would recommend this one. I know Billy Woods Mods didn't like it. I love Billy Woods Mods, by the way. But hey, man, we're all entitled to our own opinion. You know what I mean?
Opinions are like assholes. They all look like Restalgia.
Oh, there you go. Make sure you guys, there's lots of YouTubers who made videos. Go watch the videos if you guys want to get more information on it. Mike, take it away. I just wanted to do that whole part. You can tell us all about the other games and all that other stuff. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'll do Party Zone. I can't really do the update because the update doesn't impact me. I've never done the OTG stuff, so I can't really comment on it. But I can talk about Party Zone. The other game that came out this week was the other Williams release. We were all shocked. No one knew Party Zone was coming out. That came out of nowhere. So Party Zone came out, and I felt the same way about Black Rose that I felt about Party Zone. This is a game for some reason I've always skipped, whether it be Pinball FX3, Pinball FX. Just for some reason, I never ever wanted to try this game. So I tried it for the first time in the AtGames machine, and I can tell you this game is tough and rough. I had a lot of problem with it because there's a mechanism in the middle where I forget Buddy's name. It's Captain something. He spins around, and when he does, it activates the exciters in your control panel. And the ones in my ALP control panel, AtGames control panel, I thought they were going to burn out. Like, it was crazy. It was the first time I've ever had to turn down the volume on my exciters, my haptics, because it was just so bad, so distracting, so frustrating. Game itself was tough, really, really hard. I had a lot of trouble with it, but again, I don't read the rules. I've never played it before. I was just banging the balls around, learning how to play. I think at one point I scored like 48 million was the highest I got.
Obviously, because you got two kids.
Yeah, yeah. Captain Bizarre is his name. The hat, like I remember Chaotic, who works for AtGames doing testing and stuff like that. He said, "Oh man, people are gonna love the haptics on this." I did not agree with his statement because when I started playing, I was like, I felt like what's his name? From Back to the Future, the guy who did the song. I went to see him in person. Huey Lewis in Back to the Future 1.
Oh.
Like, I just wanted to stop the game and be like, I'm sorry, kid. You're just too darn loud.
Very
Like,
cool.
it's fun, but it's tough. The SSF is rough.
I agree with you, Mike. We talked about this the last couple of weeks. I'm just like you when it came to what was on FX or FX3. I would skip Black Rose and Party Zone. So I wasn't really excited about these games being released, but I know
I love Black Rose. I'm really happy with Black Rose. Not so much this one.
Nah, not me. See, and that's where I differ too, because James didn't like Primal Carnage. Our buddy James hates everything. but he loved Black Rose. And even on the AtGames platform, I don't enjoy Black Rose, and I like Pirates. So everyone's got their own opinion. All you have to do is share your opinion. Don't have to attack people over their opinion unless they're Restalgia.
That's okay.
There is things I liked about it. Like I like the ramps. There's lots of fun stuff you can do in it. Modes, easy to get the extra ball, easy multi-ball. So there's a lot of cool stuff. It's just hard, and the SSF is rough.
Yeah, I think we'll put a little poll here in the chat. You guys can take a quick accelerated poll for us. I greatly appreciate it. And while we're doing that, Carl, are you going to be able to pick up any of these for your HD pinball, or is your HD pinball still out of commission?
You're muted, buddy.
No, my ALP works the way it should for the standard built-in games in the store. Aside from my plunger not working, the only thing that doesn't work on is my Bobby Vu. I don't have the VIPS board working. That's the only thing that's not working on mine.
Oh yeah. So you still don't have your back box working.
The back box works as far as the secondary monitor, but I can't get the
DMD.
The DMD to work on the VIPS. I thought I had Party Zone on my Switch, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I saw you checking for it.
Yeah, I thought I had it. But it's one of those games. Like Michael, I've played it occasionally. It's a tough game, sort of like Fishtails, where I'll play it every now and then, but it's just you get tired of that ball draining. It's just a tough table. But I know I have it on one of the platforms that I have these games on, but I don't play it much.
Yeah. Hey, you know where Carl can play these games? On his Stellar Pinball with his Nintendo Switch. I know Detroit Love loves that thing. Also, AtGames apparently pushed out a firmware update today for their 4K pinball, which is supposed to fix the video mode and input lag and screen tearing issues for people who are running pinball games through a PC connected to their 4K pinball. Feedback from most people is that it's working better now. It's working better. Check out their Reddits, their Facebooks. Everyone who did the update seems to be, for the most part, saying issues are resolved. So finally, that problem, which was about 7 weeks old, goes away. However, with this firmware update, I noticed a lot of people in the officially unofficial AtGames Facebook group were commenting that their BYOG arcade games aren't playing on the pinball machine now. Like, they're not the UCE files, Mike, that you put on a thumb drive and you try to play like, Donkey Kong and stuff. I saw a number of people saying that stuff wasn't working anymore. Guys, let us know in the chat if that's affecting you. So I haven't tried it yet myself, guys. So I can't tell you my experience. Mike, did you try to fire up something like a Centipede or something?
No, I never try to play arcade games on that pinball. The only reason I have the arcade control panel on my 4K was literally because I thought I needed it for OTG, but then I couldn't get OTG to work. So I might take that off and put the other panel back on, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's potential that they, fix one thing, potentially mess up another.
And to correct you, P-Dubs, to play my games on my Switch, I would prefer it on my AtGames, because obviously that's a big giant screen.
Right.
So that's why I have the 3D things for that. But I enjoy being able to play. I like the fact that my miniature arcade is totally playable. Everything in it is playable. You know what I mean? So I can play my Switch on my AtGames in my full arcade, and then I can play it on the Stellar Pinball in my miniature. So I like that aspect of it. But if I was going to really be playing some pinball, on the Switch, I would play it from the AtGames.
Gotcha.
First.
Gotcha. They also pushed out a firmware update for that Sam's Club CE, Mike, which that's apparently on sale. Is it on sale now?
No, March 3rd till April 28th. They're calling it the pre-tariff sale. One thing I found out that was really interesting was a lot of people responded to my video after I said you got to pay for the advanced features and you can't do coin ops. Apparently, people are buying this and then rolling back the firmware, and they're adding coin ops to this machine somehow. So, kudos if you can do that. That's a good deal on that machine. I mean, it's all new equipment, $499, and if you can get coin ops up and running on that, booey, that's good stuff.
Are they really calling it? Why are they calling it a Restalgia? I need your economic expertise. Why are they calling it a pre-tariff sale?
I don't know what's going on in the U.S., but
is it
my understanding?
Are they pushing FOMO or like PK mistyped one time? Mofo?
Mofo.
Are they pushing Mofo right now?
Well, I don't know. I think the reality of it is if the U.S. is moving forward with tariffs across the board for everybody, these things are just going to get a little bit more expensive. Like the stuff that we're dealing with between Canada and the U.S. looks like it's a 25% increase or something like that. So
yeah,
like for work, I order a bunch of equipment. I order batteries. I order PCBs. I order a whole bunch of our electronics from the U.S. They get shipped from our supplier in the U.S. So now I've got to factor in an additional 25% on anything that I import from the U.S. For building our equipment. So it's I think it's not a bad idea to promote it as a pre-tariff sale, because if tariffs are going to happen, then the price of those machines are going to go up. So
possibly could go up, or there won't be additional sales. Paul's saying, oh, they always absorb them, but that could be 100% accurate, or there could be increased costs. Like, no one knows. I don't know why you would use that terminology. Honestly, right now, with the political climate, tariff is such a hard word for people to take, because a lot of people don't really understand it. And they think tariff is like a tax on the other countries. No. And it's not at all. It's a tax on companies in the U.S. from buying from the other countries.
Yeah, the purpose of it is to try to convince you to buy as much from within your own country.
Yeah, like if Donald Trump says, I'm putting a 25% tariff on steel from Canada, that doesn't mean I have to pay more for steel. That means you guys do.
Well, that's not true, Mike. That's
well,
not true,
no, we have to pay for it on the other end, because there's increased costs then for vehicles, and then they come back. Well, explain to me how.
No. So there's a trickle down. So if the U.S. imposes a tariff on steel, just as an example, what that means is that there's going to be less companies buying steel from Canada, or I guess the U.S.
That's right.
Because there's less demand, there's going to be probably less production, and then the cost is going to go up. So if we can't manufacture in the same volume, then we're going to be having higher costs for manufacturing it.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I
trickle down.
I used to think you were really smart until recently, so I don't really need you to explain anything to me.
Well, you just said it didn't impact us, but it does.
It doesn't directly impact us the way people think it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But it does.
Are one of you guys Trudeau fans? Are you guys on Team Trudeau?
No.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Canadian politics. I don't know if there's a guy named Trudeau that everybody hates. That's all I know.
Guys, and me and Restalgia will debate Canadian Parliament for the next 30 minutes.
Let's do it. We just voted. We just had you had a vote too, right? It wasn't.
No, we haven't voted here. No,
you haven't voted.
But,
we just did our votes yesterday.
But Mike, we did it. We got through all our topics, and we didn't have to push it to an hour 45. So, guys, next week, hopefully there won't be any sand in the vag. Hopefully people will just leave each other alone. But do us a favor, if you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, give us a thumbs up on the way out. Thanks for subscribing.
And me and Restalgia are super excited about you guys becoming our 11th province, by the way. Thank you very much. Yeah.
And Restalgia, we still can't see anything.
There it is.
But a void.
Yeah, see, 100%. It's just see-through. It's literally nothing.
Carl's, send them on their way. Send them on their way, Carl.
I still don't understand why Arcade1Up would intentionally put any sort of like discoloration on the front of that thing.
Yeah, intentionally use the end table to boost up their short product.
It's such a dumb marketing thing to artifact the front of your machine.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Friday Funhouse with us, man. We appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
America.